Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another Toddy Walnuts collection overview video. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my Grindhouse releasing collection. Just to give you guys kind of a brief history of the company Grindhouse Releasing. They were formed as a company in 1996 in Hollywood, California by co-founders Bob Murawski and Sage Stallone, who was the son of Sylvester Stallone, and they specialized in restoring and remastering obscure cult films, and they were the first to release titles such as Cannibal Ferox and Pieces. I believe they released theirs before Arrow did. They were the first to clean them up and put them on 2K, and in some cases 4K. After Sage Stallone passed away, Bob Murawski kept his dream alive by preserving film, and people even call the company the Criterion of cult films. And up until recently, I thought that they were kind of closing the doors on Grindhouse Releasing because they hadn't released anything in a while, and it just seemed like they were getting ready to kind of close the doors, I guess. Until a couple weeks ago on their Facebook page, they kind of revealed a spoiler, I think, kind of a little teaser, and they put the original Italian poster up for Roma a Mano Armata, which is the Italian film The Tough Ones from 1976, starring Maurizio Merli, who you may know from Violent City. He was also in Violent Naples. He was also in Menage, A Man Called Blade, and many, many other Eurocrimes horror films, and he was a big Italian cult star back in the day. And unfortunately, Maurizio Merli passed away at a very young age of 49 in 1989 after a heart attack on the tennis court when he was finishing up a tennis match with his girlfriend at the time. But he was also in The Cynic, the Rat, and the Fist that 88 Films put out recently. So, I mean, he has a ton of credits to his name, and I'm hoping, crossing my fingers, that Grindhouse Releasing is putting out The Tough Ones from 1976. That's my hope. Getting into the titles that I have, I'm going to start with the two DVDs, and the first one is Fulci's Cat in the Brain. This is one I picked up on Diabolic DVD a couple years ago. They kind of threw this in as a bonus. I think if you ordered a certain title, and I don't remember what it was now at the time, but I think they threw this in for extra $5, which I snatched it up. I still love to collect DVD, and this is a really nice edition. This is a 2-disc special edition. It says the most violent movie ever made, starring the Godfather of Gore. A lot of titles will say that their movie is the most violent movie ever made, but this one is pretty gruesome. I've seen worse. I'm sure you guys have too. This is the uncensored director's cut, and you get a bunch of special features here on this DVD. And I will pop it open and show you guys. Grindhouse Releasing really does put out spectacular editions. They really go all out. They take all the stops out when they restore their films, and they put them together in nice collector's packages like this. Nice little booklet here. Antonella Fulci, the daughter of the late great maestro. And just some nice write-ups and stills about the film. There you can see Eli Roth, fanboy. I really enjoy his work as well. I think he's great. There's some chapter stops for the film. Fulci's Cat in the Brain. And it is the first DVD. They call this the deluxe edition. And the second and last DVD that I have is Pieces. This has been in my collection for many, many years. And you guys know, those of you who follow my channel know I love this movie. I know a lot of you guys do. This is unrated. This one came out in 2008. I got it the year it came out. And this was a very good, this is another 2-disc edition. This was a very, very good edition to watch until the Blu-ray came out. There was nothing wrong with this at all. This was easily one of my top DVDs in my collection. There you can see that it's a splatter film. It's got a lot of gore. That's disc 1. Well, I'll show you guys the special features here in a second. So let me go ahead and close this up. I got Miss Heidi is watching tonight, and also Hannah is here. They like to watch the videos. So disc 2 has a new high-def anamorphic digital restoration of the original uncensored version, and it has optional Spanish soundtrack because we know that this is a Spanish horror film. And you get a special audio option, the Vine Theater Hollywood Experience, never before seen in-depth interviews with the genre superstar Paul L. Smith, seen there with the hedge clippers, or the little hedge trimmer. And there's liner notes here, and I think I got these discs in wrong and it's kind of bugging me. There we go. And then it comes with the little booklet again. It's more like a fold-out poster. You don't have to go to Texas for a Chainsaw Massacre. Pieces, it's exactly what you think it is. And then you got the chapter stops and the Spanish title, and then some liner notes and little tidbits and whatnot about the film. Never going to get rid of this edition, even though it has been surpassed quality-wise. But this is a sentimental piece in my collection that will always remain in my collection. Let's go with I got a little pile here that are just Amore case editions, and then I got a little stack that have slip covers and slip boxes. I guess I'll do those last. Next one up is Peter Cushing in Corruption. This is a British shock horror film, and Peter Cushing has never been in a more crazy, wacky role than this movie. I urge you guys to check this out. It's not a great movie, but just to see Peter Cushing as a madman, and he really outdoes himself. I'm sure many of you guys have seen this movie by now. I was shocked when I saw this because I never pictured Peter Cushing to play a role like this. This is a 2K restoration, and this is the original uncensored version. It's very bloody. There's a lot of nudity. Just to kind of warn you guys. You get audio commentary with English Gothic author Jonathan Rigby and Peter Cushing biographer David Miller. There's stills, galleries, and poster art, trailers, TV spots, radio spots. Alternate scene of bloody violence and nudity that has never been seen before in America. And this is a really nice edition that Grindhouse releasing put out. It does have a reversible cover on this one. It's a 2-disc. This is the Blu-ray, and this is the DVD in the back, and there is the reversible cover. And of course the difference is she's wearing a top in this scene. So it's just art, people. So now this one is the one that kind of goes in the back. It does come with a little booklet. And again, it's a little fold-out poster. The original cover. Peter Cushing just going crazy. Got the chapter stops. I'm not sure if that's the German title or French title. I get a kick out of this little caption right here. It says, "Corruption is not a woman's picture." Therefore, no woman will be admitted alone to see this super shock film. I don't know if that was a real poster or if they threw that in for shock value. But again, you get some nice write-ups about the film. And I do recommend you guys to check this out if you haven't seen it before, because Peter Cushing slays it in this film. Very, very good. The next one is one that Grindhouse Releasing actually won an award for when this came out a couple years ago. And this is Burt Lancaster in The Swimmer. And this is another one I strongly recommend this one. And it's like I said in my, I can't remember what video I talked about this in, but I think I recommended this as an underrated film or an unknown film or something. And it's exactly like a Twilight Zone episode to me. And on the back it even has a bonus episode of Twilight Zone called The New Yorker. I don't think either the film and the episode have anything to do with each other. Maybe they're just similar. I haven't seen the episode yet, but I don't think the movie was based on the episode is what I'm trying to say. But you do get a lot of special features back here, and this is a 4K scan. And the movie looks excellent. Burt Lancaster in this movie, I believe he was in his mid-50s or mid to late 50s when they filmed this. And this guy looked absolutely phenomenal. I mean, he was in tip-top shape. He looked great. And kudos to him. I don't know if you can't really tell here because that's more like of an art image of him. But I mean, if I look anywhere near him in my mid-50s, I'll be doing all right. So. And this is kind of a haunting film, and it has a really, it's kind of an open-ended ending for you to kind of interpret how you feel about the ending. And I would like to hear some of you guys' thoughts, because I have my own interpretation, and I would like to tell you guys, but I don't want to spoil anything by revealing what I feel the ending means. So if a couple of you guys have seen this, and if you want to hit me up in the comments section, we can kind of discuss that a little bit. But yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. The ending was great. This is a very, very good movie. And you get a nice booklet here too. I believe these are pretty affordable. You can find these on eBay. Get them gently used, and you could probably get them for around the $20 mark, I would think. You could probably even get them sealed for mid-20s. So that is The Swimmer. Highly recommended. The next one was a very bizarre movie. I enjoyed it though. It was a movie I had never seen before. It's called An American Hippie in Israel, and this is the limited edition 3-disc set. I believe this was limited to 1,000. No, I was wrong. 2,000. I got number 1,548 out of 2,000. It is the Blu-ray DVD combo, and it is all region. And it's hard to describe this movie. It has elements of horror, elements of comedy, and a period piece of hippie straight out of the 70s, smoking reefer, no job in the world, just kind of cruising around. There's a couple of, I don't know if you could consider them zombies or ghosts that are chasing after him throughout the movie. Let me see if I can find some images here of what those guys looked like. I did have fun with the movie. Like I said, it's a movie I had never seen before, and I had to grab it when I saw that it was available. And it sold out pretty quick, but I think they reissued it because this 2000 sold out, and it was going for crazy money. It was going for like 50, 60 bucks after it sold out, and then they re-released it. So I think you can get, and it's just a single disc edition, just a Blu-ray edition. This one here is a Blu-ray and 2 DVDs. Comes with this nice little booklet here. Again, it's in a little fold-out poster. I'm going to see if I can see the image of these two guys right here holding that Tommy gun up in the corner. They were like zombies or ghosts. I never really figured it out. But they were like the antagonists, I guess, in the movie after our main character here, who was the hippie. And you get some write-ups about the film. And I'm glad that Grindhouse Releasing put this out. Otherwise, I probably would have never seen this movie before. It's fun. An American Hippie in Israel. And the next two are Duke Mitchell films. I have not watched these yet. The first one is called Gone with the Pope. Blu-ray DVD combo. Matter of fact, I haven't even opened this one yet. I should have opened it before recording so I could show you guys the innards. That was easy enough. And I like that they don't put the security sticker on top up there. That's not necessary. This is the 2K digital restoration from the 35mm camera negative. And this is a movie that they say was lost for over 30 years. Stars famed nightclub performer Duke Mitchell as Paul, a paroled gangster with an unholy scheme to kidnap the Pope and charge $1 for every Catholic in the world as the ransom. The movie was filmed in 1975, and it was unfinished until Duke Mitchell's death in 1981. Sage Stallone and Bob Murawski of Grindhouse Releasing rediscovered Gone with the Pope in 1995 and vowed to save it from obscurity. Award-winning film editor Murawski, The Hurt Locker, Army of Darkness, spent 15 years to complete this movie from the surviving film elements. So he painstakingly put this movie back together. And one of the discs popped out, but it's good. It's all good, because Blu-ray, you can't really scratch Blu-ray. They got that special coating on them. DVDs, however, are easily scratched, but that's fine. I do need to pop this in and check it out. But big props to Bob Murawski for saving this movie from obscurity and giving it a home to all the collectors out there. I'm sure a lot of you guys have picked all these up, or most of them. There's the poster art there. And then on the back you got the chapter stops and a little kind of like an art print, I guess, of Duke Mitchell. And then there you get some write-ups about the film. I have heard good things about the movie. I just have not personally have seen it myself. So this is the 2K digital restoration, and that's saying a lot, considering it was a movie that was lost for 30 years and then they cleaned it up and gave it a 2K restoration. There's in-depth interviews, deleted scenes and bloopers, liner notes, extensive still galleries. What is this? Region ABC and Region 0 for the DVD. And the second Duke Mitchell movie is called Massacre Mafia Style, Blu-ray DVD combo. And I did watch this one and I enjoyed it. It had kind of a Euro crime vibe to it, even though this is a US mafia crime movie. Also region free. This one came out in 1974. And it says on the back it has an incredible new hi-fi or high definition digital transfer from the original director's cut and the original soundtrack. And you get a bunch of interviews from cast, and you get almost a 1 full hour of never before seen Duke Mitchell home movies. I didn't see any of these special features though, I just saw the movie. You get lost audio recording from Duke Mitchell live in concert from 1960. Really cool. Duke Mitchell wrote, directed, and starred in this movie. There you see nightclub owner Duke Mitchell. Pretty cool. And we got probably another poster. Nope, this one's actually a little booklet. A couple pages anyway. That's cool. I like those throwback lobby cards. Old school. There's some pretty good gore in the movie. And chapter stops. So I do recommend picking up Massacre. I recommend picking up any of these that you can find. Now here is the stack of slip covers and slip boxes. The first one is probably my favorite Grindhouse releasing title to date. There are so many good ones in this next pile, though. This is easily one of the best. This is a spaghetti western called The Big Gun Down, starring Lee Van Cleef and Tomas Milian. There you can see the two gentlemen on the cover. This is a 4-disc set. It has 2 Blu-rays, a DVD, and the CD soundtrack. They call this the Ultimate Spaghetti Western. Very, very good movie. And it looks spectacular. Bloody, gutsy, fantastically suspenseful, action thriller, killer, chiller, diller. From Reed Porter. That was not a quote from me. The Big Gun Down explodes with violence and sadism. The film is from 1967. It is all region for my friends overseas. That's great. It does have quite a few special features. It says this special edition contains 15 additional minutes of gunslinging action never before seen in America. I believe this is the complete uncut edition of the film, and it is a 2K digital restoration of the film. Uncensored English language version, newly expanded with 3 additional scenes. You get a bonus Blu-ray. It is the complete 110-minute director's cut in Italian with English subtitles, optional. And the bonus CD is the original soundtrack by Ennio Morricone, and it's spectacular. And let's take a look at the inside. There's the slipcover. This is the reversible cover. This is the Italian title. And it's a pretty thick edition here. Very heavy. Comes with a nice size thick booklet. And you get the 4 discs. And then there is the reversible cover, which is also the same image on the slip box. So there's the CD. There is the DVD with the 95-minute expanded US cut. There is the Italian 110-minute director's cut. And that is a Blu-ray, the uncut edition. And here is the 95-minute expanded US cut. This is the one that I watched. So I still have to go back at some point and watch the Italian version of the film. And then here is a nice little, pretty decent sized booklet actually. I'd say it's about 20 pages maybe. And again, just write-up stills, some vintage posters. Very, very nice. This is one that I've been recommending them all so far, and I would still recommend every one that I showed today, but put this one near the top of your list. If you don't have any Grindhouse releasing movies and you want to start a collection, I would say start with this one. You can't go wrong. Even if you're not the biggest spaghetti western fan, you'll still like the movie. This is a very, very good movie. 2 heavyweights in the spaghetti western genre, Tomas Milian and Lee Van Cleef. The next one is a Fulci film called The Beyond, and this is a slip box. Now this is the disc, the Amore case comes out of the side only. And this is a glow-in-the-dark cover. And this is a very, very good movie. Very good edition. From legendary Italian horror maestro Fulci comes the ultimate classic of supernatural terror. A cursed hotel built over one of the 7 gateways to hell becomes a malevolent abyss that begins devouring both the bodies and the souls of all who enter. 3-disc edition. You get 2 Blu-rays and the CD soundtrack. And this is easily another must-have in your collection. See if I can pull this out. It's very... Oh, I don't even have this one open yet. There we go. So here we have the Amore case. Warning, due to its shocking and violent subject matter, no one under 17 should view this film. So the first disc is the Blu-ray. That is the feature film. And then the second disc is also a Blu-ray, and it has the extras. And then you get Fulci's filmography, and it goes all the way down. Actually, it goes from down up. And you can see some of the poster art for his previous releases. The CD soundtrack comes in this little cardboard sleeve. I would have liked it a little bit better if they had a extra swing tray inside the case so you can hold 3 discs, but that's just a small gripe. Here's the booklet with the Italian title. Nice images from the film. And chapter selections. Really good stuff. So that is the Beyond. I only have 5 more to show because Grindhouse Releasing didn't really release a whole lot. They didn't really release. I think I have all the Blu-rays that they released. Next one is Cannibal Ferox. Umberto Lenzi says, warning, due to its shocking and violent subject matter, no one under 17 should view this film. I should mention too, though, that Bob Murawski, the owner of Grindhouse Releasing, also painstakingly remastered the original Evil Dead, Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell, and he showed it at a movie theater in Hollywood. I don't know if at some point maybe he would release that on Blu-ray. I don't know if he has the rights to do so, but I would love to see something like that in a nice collector's edition. This is also a 3-disc. You get 2 Blu-rays and the CD soundtrack, and for some reason I got 2 CDs, and I'm not exactly sure why. It was just probably a little slip up during packaging. But for these special features, you get the unrated, uncensored director's cut. This movie is very brutal. I watched a lot of these cannibal films when I was younger, and I kind of went through a phase where I was picking up everything cannibal. And once I saw them all, Cannibal Ferox, Cannibal Holocaust, all that stuff, I think I just got to a point where I was done with it. I mean, these are beautiful collector's editions, but I think like the real animal torture that they used in these movies was just a turnoff to me, and I just... Here's the Blu-ray, and here's the extras, also on Blu-ray. And again, it has a timeline for Lenzi going down and up to his most recent stuff. Actually, no, on this one, it's going from top to bottom. On the Fulci one, it was going from bottom to top. There you can see Eyeball, which was just released by 88 Films, and a beautiful release. I think they kind of beat Grindhouse Releasing to the punch on that one. or maybe Grindhouse Releasing will put that out as a Region A only. Maybe, I'm not sure if 88 Films was Region B, I can't remember. But here's the booklet for Cannibal Ferox, aka Make Them Die Slowly. I have to be careful because there are some pretty graphic nudity scenes in here. Chapters. So that is Cannibal Ferox. Put that stuff away off camera. The next one is another cannibal film. This is Cannibal Holocaust. And it says the most controversial movie ever made. And I believe at the time this was made, it was probably so. But there have been movies since then, some of the toe tag movies and August Underground stuff, and just there's a lot of movies that try to outdo. There's some stuff that Unearthed Films has put out that's pretty controversial and pretty gory. Here's the CD soundtrack, and there's the newly commissioned cover for Grindhouse Releasing. And there's a quote from our friend Tim Lucas, the Citizen Kane of Cannibal Films. All region, you get 2 discs, and they're both Blu-rays, and you saw the CD soundtrack already, so it is a 3-disc set. Even though on the back it says 2 discs. Comes with a huge booklet. We'll get into that in a second. There is the same cover, only this time she's wearing a top. This time she is not. You get a little insert, a little advertisement for Rotten Cotton. I hear good things. I've never purchased that scene right there. And then you get a really nice sized booklet. I would say this is probably 20 to 30 pages. And there's Eli Roth again. He's a big horror fan. I love that about him. He's great. I love his movies. I like his passion. There's the impalement. And you get some vintage posters and foreign posters and some I can't remember if it was this movie or Cannibal Ferox where they actually investigated the crew because they thought some of the footage was real. It looked too real, and they thought it was like a snuff film. Like they thought people were really getting killed. I believe it was this one. But that is Cannibal Holocaust. And there's the CD in there. And a nice slip box. And I guess I should mention that these aren't exactly heavy-duty slip boxes, but they're sturdy enough. You can see where they kind of start to peel away a little bit at the tops. Got to be careful with them. They're just not quite the heavy-duty slip boxes like Arrow would have or something like that. But the next one is Cat in the Brain. You guys saw the DVD earlier. This is the upgrade. And this cover glows in the dark as well. This is the 3-disc edition. You get 2 Blu-rays and a CD. And it is all region. And just quickly show you guys these last 3. We're already past a half hour here, and I didn't really want to make this video too long. I want to give a shout out too. The reason I'm recording this video is because there was a YouTube friend of mine, or a viewer I guess, named Jay Tonelli 27. He requested to see the video, so this is why I'm doing it. So hope you enjoy it. Jay Tonelli 27. There is the feature film Blu-ray, and here is the extras. And then you get a reversible cover. I think that is just the regular cover, and this is the glow-in-the-dark. Oh, never mind. This is the glow-in-the-dark cover. So, and then you get a booklet and a little art card, it looks like, which we'll get into here. Booklet again, it's probably, I would say, 15 to 20 pages maybe for this one. Eli Roth once again. I think he's been in every single insert so far, or every single booklet. So and this comes with a pretty thick and glossy art card. It's I'm not exactly sure why they made it so thick, but it's pretty cool. And it also comes with a CD soundtrack. Cat in the Brain. So we got two more. This one is I Drink Your Blood. This movie is insane. This one also came with a little hypodermic needle, a little plastic needle. And if you've seen the movie, you know that the little boy that's in the movie injects the meat with rabies. So these hippies become rabid from eating the tainted meat. It's almost bedtime for us, so that's why Heidi's very, very tired. There's the original cover. You guys may recognize that from back in the VHS days. This is the deluxe uncensored director's cut. And this is definitely a B movie. It's definitely a low budget film. And you can see that it was often paired up at the drive-ins. I Drink Your Blood and I Eat Your Skin as a twin billing. And there's two bonus co-features on here. This one also does come with I Eat Your Skin and Blue Sextet. I Eat Your Skin came out in 1964, presented for the very first time in HD. And Blue Sextet, 1969. It's an X-rated psychedelic shocker presented for the very first time on home video. And I Drink Your Blood came out in 1971. It's unrated, and this is region free. This was one of their last releases from Grindhouse Releasing. There you can see some of the actors posing with the severed head. And the second disc is a extras disc, like they always do. There's like a pattern here for that. There's a little thin booklet for this one, 4 or 5 pages, 5 or 6 pages maybe, something like that. And this one did not come with a CD soundtrack, but it is a 2 Blu-ray set, so that is a plus. And you do get some decent special features. Other than the 2 movies that comes with it, I mean, that's phenomenal that it comes with. It's a 3-movie set, but you do get deleted scenes. You get some audio commentary. You get some interviews. So this is one of Lynn Lowry's first movies. It might have been her very first movie. She plays a little young hippie. And the last one, another one of my all-time favorites, maybe my second favorite Grindhouse Releasing title. This is Pieces. Really, really nice set. You get 2 Blu-rays and a CD soundtrack. And again, it is all region. The film is from 1983. You get 2 complete versions of the film, just like the DVD. In-depth interviews with the director and with one of the stars in the film. You get 42nd Street Memories. It's a feature-length documentary. I mean, you get interviews with William Lustig, Larry Cohen, Frank Henenlotter, Buddy Giovinazzo, Jeff Lieberman, Lynn Lowry, and many others. That alone right there is worth the price of admission. This is a really, really nice edition here. I can't say enough good things about this or the company, and I hope that they keep doing what they do. This is the original cover. I want to get that poster. I've been looking online for it, for the original 27 by 40. That is the theater size poster. But they only come in, I think it was 20 by 27 or something like that. It was much smaller. I want to get the full size, but this one also came with a puzzle. And if you guys know the movie, if you saw the kid in the beginning, he was looking at that puzzle, and that's when the mom started freaking out on him. There is the feature film. Actually, that's the extras. I have them backwards here. And here's the feature. And then there's an image from the film. I know the puzzle was only supposed to be limited to maybe 1,000 or 2,000. I don't recall. But I think those sold out pretty quick. And then you get a little thin. There's that little boy in the beginning of the movie. He was the one that was looking at this that puzzle, and he ended up just hacking and slashing his mom to death. This movie is very, very gruesome, very wet, very bloody, very good, very, very good movie. And here is the CD soundtrack. So that was it, guys. I hope you enjoyed my Grindhouse releasing overview. Let me know which titles you guys have or which ones you plan on picking up at some point. Now I gotta put all these away. But that's okay. It was fun to make the video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed making it. And if you have any questions or comments, I was gonna stack them all up and do a little overview, but she's hogging up some space here, so I'm not gonna be able to do that. But yeah, I do these collection overviews to give you guys some ideas and hopefully get ideas back from you guys, get a little interaction going. But thanks for watching, take care, and I will see you guys in the next video. Later.